Hey, it's Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a more basic makeup look. Now don't click off before you think I'm going to be like doing the most simple basic thing because I don't want to do a look. I wanted this to be the skeleton look, but it's not. Also, I really like these pumpkins. I just wanted to show you. I got these at the Dollar Tree. They're like little pumpkins. And then I got this sugar skull light. So moving on, I want to go over because I know back to school is coming up very soon. I think the kids in my area go back like next week. And I remember being in high school and not knowing how to do makeup, and it was a nightmare. So I want to show you my tips for doing like makeup, but not like crazy makeup that you're gonna look like clownish, you know what I mean? So if you want to see that, keep watching. Now starting off, best advice, obviously get a sponge. This is the e.l.f. Cookies and Cream sponge. I don't know if that's available anymore. The one that I started off with was this one's covered in paint, but this is like the regular e.l.f. sponge. They're about $5. There's also orange ones, but I don't remember how much they cost. They're not e.l.f. though. They're like, I don't remember the brand. But they're at Walmart and you'll know what I mean when you see them. So obviously sponge and moisturize. I use the e.l.f. Blemish Breakthrough, like the acne one. You don't have to use this one though. I know everybody has different skin. If you need like a special one for your skin. I just like this one because it kind of helps. I don't really have any acne as much as I did in high school, but it still keeps it calm. Which I can do a whole video on acne stuff if you need, because I had really bad acne in high school and middle school, and even specifically like right after I graduated. It was like all over really bad. Now I'm just having to break out. But if you want to see a video on that, I don't know if I've done one on here. I did one on TikTok. Just let me know. I will make one on that and all the stuff that I've tried. Because my skin, I've put it through everything, chemical-wise and regular. To make things easier, I got these clips. They're at Walmart. It's only a couple bucks and you get like 6 of them, I think, or 8 of them. So much easier when your hair is not in your face. So starting off, I'm going to use the moisturizer. And I feel like I said, this is more like however your skin is. Now, if you're doing like gym class stuff, I think a good sunscreen to wear would be the e.l.f. Untouchable Invisible Sunscreen. I'm not going to put it on because it's later in the day, but it's just like clear. I don't know if you can see that. It's just a clear one. They also have a smaller one, which I thought I was getting the same thing, but it was not the same. This is actually a primer. I think it's because I got the 35, SPF 35. This one is SPF 30. It's the same kind of thing, but it's a primer and it's a sunscreen. This one is like tinted, but it doesn't really do anything. Mine's pretty much empty though. Also, e.l.f. has good options. Like there's the regular Poreless putty, which I used to put like here and like here more or less. I don't like use it all over because I don't want to dry my face out. They also have like an acne fighting putty primer. So that one's green. But there's also plenty of other options at the store that are like affordable. And I think I did a video earlier in my channel where it's like affordable makeup. I'm not going to use primer because it's 7 o'clock at night, almost 8, and there's no point. But you pick your primer, choose your fighter, and then there's different options you can go with. Now, if you have like no acne and your skin is super nice, that's awesome. But if you don't, then this is what I used to do when I was in high school, because obviously you don't want to wear a full face of foundation. I mean, I didn't at least. So we've got a couple options. Now, there's always the Maybelline Fit Me Tinted Moisturizer. I feel like it's still a little bit dark, like in the pigment and stuff. Maybe I just have the wrong shade, but I feel like it looks a little like you can see it. There's also this, which might be really really good to use. This is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Skin Tint. That's always an option. But what I used to do, and I'm going to do, I got these in the travel section. I'm just going to use up some of my old moisturizers. So this is the e.l.f. Daily Moisturizer. I really don't recommend this one as much because I feel like it gives a white tint. But I'm just going to fill this up a little bit here. This is all going to be trial and error. You're basically going to make your own BB cream, but you're going to make it exactly how you want it. Tap that down. So then what I used to use was the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. So then I would take this. I actually used to do it on the back of my hand, and then I figured I'd just try to make a bunch to get ahead. So you're just going to pour it in. And we're just going to start mixing it. I'm just going to use a Q-tip and we're going to mix it. I'm going to add a little bit more foundation. Maybe that's maybe too much. But the goal is to like make your own BB cream so it's like a lighter amount. So we're just going to test this and see what it looks like. If it shows up, I don't think it's showing up. No, we're just kind of clear, so we need a little more. But this also works just as well if you do it on the back of your hand. Just put like a little drop, and then you just add the moisturizer. This is just to get ahead, really. If you don't want to have to do it like every day and play with it. Might have it now. Okay, so it's kind of like working now. I might just add like a tiny bit more. It's all going to be trial and error, so obviously don't wait till the day of to do this. Which is great because I'm going away on vacation for like 2 days. And then I don't have to like worry about putting too much makeup on. So we're just going to go right in with this. And mine might be a little bit lighter because I think this might be the wrong tone shade for me. So we'll just do that. Which it might be a little bit lighter also because that moisturizer. That moisturizer is like a white effect almost to it, I feel. So that might also be why it looks a little off. But usually if you use a good moisturizer that's not like that, it should be fine. Also, if you have dark under eyes, there is a good product. I usually see it at the Dollar Tree. I have it here. This is a little old. This is the LA Colors Conceal Correct. I don't know if it says it on here. Pretty sure it's this one. It'll say it on the packaging, but it's yellow. But this is the one for like dark under eyes. I used to always look like I was super tired in school, and I always had a friend that would point it out. So yeah, but this is perfect then because you're all ready to go. You don't need to put too much foundation on, but you also don't need to try to mix it the day of. I mean, and obviously if you have acne, there's other things you can add too. They also have at the Dollar Tree the LA Colors Conceal and Correct, but it's like a color corrector for acne, like if you have redness. There's also lots of primers that I think are like acne soothing and for like color correcting for redness. I think Milani or Hard Candy has something like that. I can't remember. Moving on. So for concealer, we're going to switch things up a little bit. Normally I would go in with Milani's Conceal and Perfect Concealer. But I got my first Tarte concealer. I was in New York about 2 weeks ago and I like totally forgot to try this. I got the Creaseless concealer in shade 34H Medium Honey, and I'm hoping this is the right shade because this is like one of the only ones I could find. So this is what it looks like. I just normally add my concealer here, and then I'm gonna blend this because it feels like it's a little dry. Not dry, but like it's gonna dry out. I guess it is my shade. We're good. Well, somehow I missed the entire part where I showed you the contour. I used the Halo Glow by e.l.f. I'm just gonna do it again, and mine is gonna be a little crazy maybe. I do it a little more. I do like a more amount, but I'm just redoing this to show you. So I put 1 dot here and 1 dot here, but like more than that. And then I do like 2 here on my nose on each side. And then I do them here, and then 1 here, and 1 here, and then I do the ones on my chin. I do like a full stamp though. Here, keep it light, but do like the full stamp in the other areas. I just blend it out like here, and then up into my temple, like so. And like I said, but you didn't hear, if you do a little too much, you can always go back in and go over it again with the little mixture that we made, or with your foundation or BB cream or whatever you use. And don't forget your chin, because I always forget mine. And then I leave the house and someone's always like, what's on your chin? And then try to keep this focused on the inner part. Try not to like drag it out. Obviously I have a little more on normally, but I don't usually do eyeshadow in the morning. Or at least I didn't when I was in school. And then, because my nose is a little crazy, I take more concealer. Just do a little dot here. And then I will blend it, and then I'll also go on the side a little bit to fix that. This is like my messy contour. I don't do like the perfectly sculpted snatched nose look. But that's what I meant to show you before, but I guess I paused it on accident. Now, if you want to go in with a bronzer, you can. Obviously, there's no rules. I don't really have any bronzers except for the Rare Beauty one. But I would always just add like the lightest amount because I always feel like I go a little too much with it, with the contour as well. Then for brows, I use Rimmel London's Brow This Way pencil. It has a little spoolie on the end, and then it's like a pencil. Which obviously if you're more comfortable with powder, just go with powder. Whatever works. Whatever you're comfortable with. Luckily, I don't have to worry about filling in my brows as much, so I just lightly go over them till I feel like there's enough shading. Which I can kind of, I guess I could show you how to do brows. I had like caterpillar eyebrows a little bit when I was younger. So I think I looked up, I think it was Candy Johnson. She did a video and I was following her like shaping tutorial. But if you have very light eyebrows and you need somebody to give you a tutorial, I am sorry, this is not the place. I'm not that good with brows. So if they ever get ripped off, we will figure that one out together. So fingers crossed I never accidentally take them off with a SFX look. Next we're going to go in with setting powder. Now if you want to use blush, you can, I use a powder blush, so I would use it after I set. e.l.f. also has another Halo Glow wand. This is the like blush beauty wand. It's more like shiny, I feel, than blush. I don't know, maybe it's not showing up. I guess it is kind of. I prefer their powder blush though more than the liquid blush, but maybe that's just me. So if you want, you can use that now, but I'm gonna skip that and go in with a powder blush after. So I'm gonna go in with Rimmel London Stay Matte Pressed Powder. If you want to bake at your own risk. I don't have time for that in the morning. I'm just using the double-sided e.l.f. brush, but I'm just gonna set my face real quick. Usually that'll help with your nose too if that's a little too like contoured and stuff. Just drag it down on my chin and my neck, over my eyes slightly. And then if you want to add like a powder blush, I'm gonna go in with e.l.f.'s the powder blush. Just lightly. I don't normally use a lot of blush if I use any. That's more than enough for me, and then I just lightly, barely any on the edge of my nose. So that's pretty much my base then. And I'm a little guilty of not using setting spray. I do have this old e.l.f. one though, and I fill it with water sometimes, so like we could pretend that worked really well even though it just totally sprayed me because the sprayer is going on it because it's probably like 7 years old now. So let that dry a little bit. So for lashes, I don't do anything crazy. I have one of the e.l.f. lash curlers. I'm just gonna go in and curl my lashes. For mascara, I usually go in with e.l.f.'s Lash and Roll mascara. Another good one is also Maybelline Sky High mascara. It's like a mini that I had, but I think they have a full size. I would recommend either of these for someone that doesn't like, you want to wear mascara, but you don't want to like go crazy with it. So I'm just going to go in with the Lash and Roll one. Honestly, sometimes I feel like if you spray your face right after you curl your lashes, it helps. At least I think it helps when you do your lashes after. I try not to put a ton, and then I just more focus on the ends of my lashes. I'm sure there's like plenty of tutorials online though to tell you how to do like the perfect lashes when done. I just don't know how people put so many coats on because my lashes are not good with multiple layers. Like it's a once and done thing for mine, otherwise it gets super clumpy. And then don't worry if you got it on your eyelid like I did. You could always just like smooth it out or go with like a Q-tip and wipe it. And then last we're gonna go for lips. I didn't wear any lip anything really. Now obviously you have lots of options if you don't want to wear like lipstick and stuff. Pretty sure in school I just used like the generic chapsticks you get in the Walmart checkout. You could also get a little fancy and get like the EOS one. It's like I got a 2-pack. There's this one, and then there's like a pink one. And then there's also like the Burt's Bees ones. I have the cucumber one. Or you can get one of the e.l.f. ones. They have all different like scents. This one's the grape one. It's the Squeeze Me lip balm. This one is like a little bit tinted. Not like a ton. And it's like basically out. So you're not really going to see anything. What I really like right now is taking my EOS chapstick, going over. And then I have this Cream Glide lip liner from e.l.f. I think it's in the shade Mauve, but I'm not sure. I will just start to outline. And I don't try to overline like exaggeratingly, like extreme. Granted, I don't really go anywhere, so. I really like that shade, but I'll blend that around. If I'm feeling it's a little too much, like it's a little extra, I'm gonna go in with Sephora's Taurus lipstick. This is more of like a neutral shade. So I'm just gonna go in with that to try to bring it back. And then this is too much for me if I would be going to school, obviously. Like I said, I didn't even wear anything like this in school. I would get like probably most of it off. And then go back over with my chapstick. I feel like my lips are like naturally like a brighter color, so I try not to overdo it usually. But that's pretty much it then. I don't do my lower lashes also because I always end up with mascara under my eyes either way. But this is pretty much my more like basic makeup look kind of, where we have like most of the full face products on. But you can't really tell as much also. I kind of like to do like a more simple look. So yeah, I have another routine where I just do like, it's basically the same thing as this, but I just don't put like the BB cream foundation down. Let me know what you think, and I will hopefully be doing more makeup looks soon. I like doing these, just don't really have as much time to do them. Also, let me know what you think about my setup. I'm trying to make it like cozy. And like and subscribe if you want to see more makeup content. But yeah, like and subscribe if you want to see more content. Let me know if you want to see more makeup content. I also post video games. Usually it's about 2 video games a week at the moment because I'm trying to add a little extra onto the channel since I'm not doing as many makeup looks. I really want to do that skeleton one I've been talking about soon. We're going to do a purple skeleton. I have the neon purple contacts. Check out my other socials. I do try to post sometimes on TikTok occasionally, like with different short little videos. Thanks for watching.